Yasuke Uchiha, the last surviving member of the Uchiha clan, except for his... hang on. Dang it. This is the last time I have an AI write my script. Let's start over. Welcome to Japan, the setting of the latest game in the Assassin's Creed franchise. A setting that fans have been asking for since the Ubisoft series' inception. The game is called Assassin's Creed Shadows, and you get to play as either Fubayashi Naoe, a stealthy shinobi, or Yasuke, a black man. Something that for some people is very controversial, even though Yasuke is the first real historical character we've gotten to play as. He's a legend in Japanese culture and featured in a lot of Japanese media. A while back I made a video, before I had even played Assassin's Creed Shadows, where I discussed what could potentially be Yasuke's story. In that video I speculated about him bringing the Assassin's Creed elements to Japan. In the beginning it kind of looked like they were going in that direction. When Yasuke sees Naoe's hidden blade, he has this reaction of, "That blade!" And the reason he had that reaction is that when him and his mother was trying to steal some Templar documents from a Portuguese ship, they were confronted by the Templars, Duarte de Mello and Nuno Caro, and his mother ends up getting killed, before Yasuke himself is saved by an assassin. Assassin's Creed Shadows opens up with Yasuke, whose name in the beginning is Diogo, a name given to him by the Portuguese. What's his real name? Even Yasuke probably doesn't know. Alessandro Valigano, a Jesuit priest, and Luis Frois, also a Jesuit priest, are having a meeting with Oda Nobunaga. Diogo is in service to Alessandro Valigano and serves as a slave and a bodyguard. The priests had found Diogo after he escaped the Portuguese ship. Oda is intrigued by Diogo and invites him to participate in a meeting. Alessandro insults Diogo, says that he doesn't understand what they're going to talk about, but Diogo understands. He speaks up and Oda is even more intrigued and asks the priest to leave so he can talk with Diogo without the judging stares of Valignado. Then he makes an offer to the Portuguese. The priest can roam free, but he wants Diogo to stay with him as his bodyguard. Later, Diogo becomes a samurai named Yasuke, who helps Oda in battle. We leave Yasuke for now and join Naoe, who is the daughter of legendary warrior Fubayashi Nagato. The forces of Oda have entered the Iga territory, and Nagato and Naoe have to escape. But before they can escape, they need to get a red box from a cave. Naoe has to go and get the box, using a hidden blade to open the entrance to the cave. She wasn't careful enough when she made her way to the cave, so she was followed by a man with a white mask. He ambushes her and steals the box. Nagato comes to aid, but is overpowered by the man, likely because he's been shot by an arrow. Naoe and her father are nursed back to health by a woman named Tomiko. As soon as Naoe is up, she sets off to get the box from the man in the mask, Ido Yoshihiro. She kills him, retrieves the box, but when she tries to escape, she's shot by a woman and stepped on by a man, both wearing masks. Her father comes to her aid, but more mask wearers arrive and Nagato is killed, and Naoe is severely injured. She wakes up in the mountains where she's nursed back to health by an old man and a child whose father Naoe just killed. When Naoe is back on her feet, she makes it back to Tomiko, sets up her hideout and starts to go after the mask wearers, or the Shinbakufu. It doesn't really matter who she goes after first, she takes out the man and the woman. During the investigation into the woman, or the Golden Teppo, Yaita Wasaka, she runs into a man named Akachi Mitsuhide, who convinces her that the leader of the Shinbakufu is none other than Oda Nobunaga himself. He tries to get Naoe to assassinate the daimyo. What? You're telling me that the man I already hate for invading my home is the leader of the group that I hate for killing my father? Say less. Naoe infiltrates Honji Temple. Oda Nobunaga is betrayed and the temple is at a blaze. Naoe finds Oda and is about to strike him down, but is stopped by Yasuke. Yasuke is about to kill Naoe but hesitates when he sees a wrist blade, remembering the assassin that saved him. He confronts her about where she got it, but Naoe is hesitant to share her secrets with the man who works for the guy responsible for destroying her home. Oda has been betrayed, and there's an assassin in the room that wants him dead. Instead of getting captured by his betrayers or letting the assassin kill him, he performs a seppuku. After Oda's death, Yasuke convinces Naoe that Oda wasn't part of the Shinbakufu, but Mitsuhide, the guy who wanted Oda dead, is. And now with the death of Oda, the Shinbakufu has even more power in Japan. Naoe and Yasuke travel throughout central Japan, eliminating every member of the Shinbakufu, and discover that the Shinbakufu is working with a shady group called the Templars. During one of the character-specific missions for Yasuke, we get a backstory of his name. While he was training in the Kamizumi Nobutsuna, he met a boy named Akira, who's a reference, whose grandfather was a great warrior, but he was also kind. If anyone needed something, they would just call his name, and the boy's grandfather would show up to help. His name was Yasuke. Yasuke admired the reputation of the boy's grandfather so much that he took on his name. When Naoe and Yasuke investigate the performer of the Fox in Tamba, they run into a pirate lord named Tamamaru, who is chased by two guards. Yasuke recognizes him and chases him down, leaving Naoe to deal with the performer. Samamaru is someone who worked with Duarte de Mello, a slave trader and a Templar. Yasuke kills Samamaru and discovers some information about how he can find Duarte de Mello. Later, Yasuke returns to Miyazu Bay in Tamba and finds Duarte de Mello on his slave ship. He kills him and loots some documents about the Templars. Later still, with the help of Father Louis Frois, Yasuke finds a Templar samurai recruiting Ronin. Yasuke infiltrates the Ronin seeking recruitment and eventually finds the Templar samurai, Kei, and kills him. When Yasuke's main target, Nunokaro, learns of the death of Duarte de Mello and Kei, he sets a trap for Yasuke, leading him to a town called Tada. Tada is a trap! Yasuke thinks he's meeting with a contact named Tama, whose family runs the silver operation in town. But Nunokaro has taken her little brother hostage and is coercing her into poisoning him. But instead of poisoning him, she puts him to sleep. Later he wakes up, frees her little brother, and finally gets his sweet revenge against Nunokaro, the guy responsible for enslaving him and killing his mother. Yasuke is a fierce fighter that warriors in Japan fear and revere. If he walks up to a stronghold he is not allowed in, he is respectfully told to leave, and the guards bow at him if he turns around and walks away, while Naoe is told to piss off. He's also very funny.
I am fine. This is fine.
When you try and play him as an assassin, he's clumsy, has a hard time climbing, and destroys haystacks. When you play as Yasuke, you're not supposed to be stealthy, you're supposed to rush in and slay your enemies. Historical records of Yasuke is sparse, giving the team at Ubisoft a pretty blank slate to make Yasuke into the character they wanted. He briefly served under Nobunaga's son, and after the death of Oda Nobutada, Yasuke was captured by the Acree clan, and eventually given back to the Jesuit priests. Little is known about what happened to him after that. So this has been the story of Yasuke, a great warrior and a cool character. Thank you very much for watching.